So I'm here with Lieutenant Sikorsky, soon to be Captain Sikorsky tomorrow. I just have a few questions for you that pertain to Veterans Day and maybe just something to help other people who might be interested in joining the armed forces. Um, First, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Lieutenant?
Well, my name's Nick Sikorsky. I prefer Nick, not sir or whatever. But I'm 27 years old. I'm from Indiana, and I like snowboarding and wakeboarding and all sorts of other junky sports. Probably why I was drawn to the service and just like doing cool stuff.
Do you mind telling me what you do in the armed service in the
So,
army?
so I'm a component repair platoon leader, and basically that means for the aircraft that I fly, which is H-64s, I manage the personnel that repairs the very detailed subsystems of the aircraft that range from electronics to hydraulics, airframe, powertrain, and engines. I also am a pilot, so as a maintenance officer, I'm also required to meet Army standards for being a pilot.
So while you've been in the army, whether as a pilot or whether as as a platoon leader, have you traveled anywhere neat?
Yes, I've been to Fort Lewis, I've been to Fort Knox, I've been to, well, states-wise, it's Washington, Kentucky, Alabama, Arizona, and then Japan recently with an upcoming rotation to Korea and the Philippines. And obviously I'm stationed in Alaska.
Do you feel that if you hadn't joined the army, you might not have been able to see locations like that, or you just wouldn't have had as much interest?
I absolutely would have never gone to Japan, and I probably would have never come to Alaska. And I'm lucky that I did because I'm probably going to grow roots here and stay here.
When you decided you wanted to join the military, how old were you?
I was probably 9 years old.
Oh, wow, 9 years old.
My grandfather, when I was young, he took care of me for a while, and one of the things that we did was we bonded over identifying tanks. He was a former tank driver in the Army. He drove M60 Pattons. And one of the things that he did was he made me identify over 100 different symbols from other countries on what their tank patterns were. So the symbols and then also the guns and all sorts of other stuff is how we bonded, and I realized that one, I liked it, two, had a knack for it. So when I was 17, my parents took me to go to a career
Counselor, I think.
career counselor. Yes, that's exactly what they are. And my number one score from the aptitude test was military officer. So I think it's kind of been always in my blood a little bit, and it's just been what I wanted to do.
Well, that's kind of neat that instead of you went from tanks, you went to flying a helicopter that kills tanks.
Yeah, my grandfather was a little salty about that. He laughed a little bit, but I think there's a little seriousness because when I told him, I was like, "Grandpa, I am the tank hunter now."